I've been trying a new lead source called BNI, which is Business Network International. And what I want to talk about today is, does it actually work? How does it work? And if you're a real estate agent, should you be in it? BNI is the world's leading referral organization. And based on their website, they support over 300,000 members in 75 countries. In 2022, they generated $2.4 billion and more than 13 million referrals. The whole idea of BNI is to pass on referrals to one another. I've been in it for a little bit less than a year, and I want to kind of give you my experience to this point. So I'm in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, and when I first started looking for a BNI group, I noticed there's probably about 35, 40 groups in this area. We call the 7 cities. Norfolk, Hampton, Newport News, Suffolk, Chesapeake, Williamsburg, Virginia Beach, Portsmouth. And so I was looking for a group. And the one thing that I found pretty quickly is that most of these groups already had real estate agents. And the real estate agent is the hardest profession to get into the group. And realize BNI is basically, the group is set up like this. There is only one person to represent one profession in the group. So if you're a real estate agent that's in the group, you're the only one that can be in there. If you're a baker, if you're a mortgage person, whatever you do, landscaper, you're the only profession, you're the only representative of that profession in the group. This is really so that all the referrals within the group can come to you. Anybody that has real estate needs, or their friends or family have real estate needs, they can refer all of their business to you, which is a fantastic idea. And we track this. We track the referrals that are given for each group. We track how much money is passed along. We thank people for their closed business when they pass on a referral and it turns into cash. We track that money every single month. So it is BNI really is a fantastic idea of saying, let's get people that want to network with other people who have the drive, the hustle, and the energy like they do. Let's put them together, have them work together, and pass on referrals. The current entry fee to BNI is about $1,000. So it's like $799, maybe a little bit above $1,000. $799 for a membership, $299 a one-time processing fee, and then it's a $799 renewal on a yearly basis. Many people believe that number is very high. What I would say is it sets up a barrier to entry. And as I've been in this group, I've realized that, some people can get in with discounted rates. There's some discounted ways you can get in if you're sponsored by your employer and you don't have to pay, or if you join through another partnership and that partnership allows you to get a deep discount. What I've noticed is that those that don't really pay the investment, they don't engage in the group. And if somebody's not engaging in your group, then that means that that's less referrals, less opportunities for referrals to come to you. So I'm not really mad at that barrier to entry. It's $1,000 per se a year, $1,100 per year. And, if you cannot put aside $1,100 to be part of a group that's actually going to make you money, there's an issue with that. So because all these groups had real estate agents, I actually formed my own group. So I'm the president of my BNI group, and we probably have about 11 members. The biggest group in our area has 50 members, and then there are groups that are overseas that have hundreds of members. But in our area, our experience is 50 is probably the biggest group. I think the second group maybe has 40. And we're, like I said, a relatively new group. Pros. The pros are several different things. Number one, I got to meet really, really great people. People that I actually not only do business with, but we attend networking events and we connect outside of the BNI group. And I should probably mention that most of these groups are meeting every single week, once a week for an hour and a half. So our group meets every Thursday from 10:30 to 12. And our group is a little different. We have a hybrid group that we're doing where we meet. Well, I don't want to get into it because they don't even offer it anymore. But the majority of the groups meet on a weekly basis in person for an hour and a half. And when you're forming a group, you guys actually decide what time you want to meet, what day you want to meet. You kind of do it through a vote. So the pros are you get to meet really, really great people. As you're putting your group together, you really want to be mindful of who you're bringing in, because who you're bringing in will really make the group. So I have a fantastic loan officer. I have a fantastic title person, a fantastic notary. And so within the group of 11, we kind of have a subgroup of real estate professionals, or those who are in real estate, where we share. And that's really how the BNI group really grows and takes off. So for instance, if your group has a photographer, a videographer, a event person, a baker, a decorator, well, obviously they'll be referring business to one another frequently. And like our group is looking for a photographer. Once I get a photographer, I can use them for my listings to take pictures, right? So that's one of the things about I really like about it, is that you can kind of choose your own ingredients. You can kind of construct the group if you're forming a new group. If you're not forming a new group and you're joining a group, what I would say is visit groups and see which personalities you click with, see who you're comfortable with. Because the biggest thing about joining a networking group is that you're joining with a bunch of strangers. So you want to join with people that you don't mind working with. Additionally, one of the other pros is that because you're there to make money and the whole idea is referrals, the entire focus of the group is referrals. So instead of going to like a networking party and handing out your card and, hey, I'll call you and I'll call you, this is specifically based on, you're going to give me business, and you get rewarded for giving people business. You get rewarded for giving referrals. We do things where if you're bringing visitors to the group or giving referrals, or you give so much money, we take pictures of you and let you hold a little trophy. And there's a lot of recognition within BNI, which I think is fantastic. Additionally, BNI provides a lot of support, especially for those who have new businesses. They're always having online classes, 3 to 4 to 5 every single week, that talk about growing your business, that teach you how to network, that teach you really how to take your business from zero to actually being sustainable. Another pro is that the BNI software, there's a BNI app. And so within our group and online, you can find our website. We can, add all of our referrals and money that we made and all those different things that we report on every single month right into the app. It's super convenient. And another pro is that I can search other groups for contractors or resources that I need. For example, we purchased an office building, an office condo, and just at a BNI mixer, I met a fantastic painter and I met a fantastic contractor to do some renovations. And they were in another group. And so I connected with them, got to use them. So you can, you have all these resources because you're a BNI member, not just within Hampton Roads, but all across the country and across the globe. So if somebody has somebody that's moving from California to Virginia and they find me and they know I'm in this area, they like my profile, they can say, hey, I want to refer somebody to you. And you just have a super, super large networking resource. The downsides to BNI. Well, I think some people would say the cost. They would say it's too expensive. I tried recruiting some folks, and particularly when you're first starting your business, it can be, $1,000, $1,100 can be pretty steep. If you use PayPal, you can do the 6-month same as cash. So, that's something to think about. But that's, one thing that I hear. The other thing is, I guess, the people in your group. And this is why it's so important to choose the right people and choose the right ingredients. Some people, when building a group, because they want big numbers, they pull in anybody that fills out an application. And you don't have to accept anybody that fills an application. You want to accept people that, fit your group's culture and energy and who are givers. The whole idea of BNI is givers gain. You don't want people in your group that are taking. And, in the world of business, you have some interesting characters out here. You do have some hustlers. You got some grifters. You have people that will come in BNI, take your referral and do a horrible job. And so that's one of the cons that I think I've seen is The personalities in your group make the group. There are some people that have been in the groups and have had a bad experience because of the people in the group. And then they go to another group and like, this group is awesome. This is great. I wish BNI was like this. And so BNI really is based off of your group and how your group is formed together and put together. Another con that I guess could be a con is that if you don't start a group, then you have to join a group and you have to always be in attendance. Now, I don't think this is a con. I think this is a way to keep people accountable. But if your group meets there's some groups out here that meet from like 7 to 9:30, right? Like 7 in the morning. Well, if you join that group, just know that you have to be present, because if you if you have so many absences on a consecutive basis, people can vote you out of the group, because each group has a team, a president, a vice president, a treasurer, a membership committee, a visitors committee. There's different committees within BNI, which are awesome, but they also will hold you accountable, which is great, because the whole idea is if you can be accountable to the group and the people in your group and they can trust you, they will give you business. So is BNI a great lead source? I've seen some things on like TikTok and Reels where they say, sometimes these networking groups are not good, lead generators. I paid, my fee, and I had the mortgage broker in my group refer to me a client. We closed on that, and it was $11,000 commission. So my $1,000 that I paid turned to $11,000. So if you're a real estate agent, joining a BNI group in your area should be a no-brainer, because it literally will take one transaction to pay for itself. All right. If you get two, then you're just gravy. But yeah, I paid $1,000 and made 10 times that. So yes, I think BNI is worth it. Just make sure you choose a group that has energetic people that you like, that like to have fun, not too starchy, don't mind passing a referral, don't mind connecting with you. To me, that is the highlight of BNI. Thank you for watching this content. Please hit that sub button, the like, or karate chop that bell for notifications. This is the House of Motivation, the place where inspiration lives. Peace.